weirdness. Okay, I'm just gonna get plugged in right away. Here we go, push it back, here we go. Julie on FITlive here, your resident Pilates instructor. What up? Okay, getting plugged in. Okay, hello, hi guys. How's it going? How's everybody on this lovely Thursday? Right, it's Thursday. We look crooked. There we go, hello microphone. Hi, I'm good, how are you guys? Okay, it's Julie here. Today, we're doing things a little different. We're gonna just talk instead of doing our regular Pilates class. Hello! So if you guys have, no, you may not. And comments or questions like that are gonna get you blocked. Hey Julie Bean, how are you? Justin Trudeau, what do you wanna know about him? How can I flatten my stomach? Okay, we'll get to that. So yeah, you guys, in celebration of Periscope's birthday, we are doing, instead of our regular programming, we're gonna do a little Q&A. So anything you guys have wanted to ask me, but haven't had the opportunity, is the time to do it. And comments like that will get you blocked. Bye-bye. Justin is president out of 10. Well, I voted for him, so I would give him about an 8. I think he still has a lot of work to do, but I think of all of the candidates we had to choose from, he was the least evil of them all. So, but, you know, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, flatten your stomach. Okay, the first tip I have for you is to sit up taller. Okay, and I know that sounds silly, but hear me out, okay? So, I think you guys are living the liberal, hold on, I gotta tighten this up. You're jealous? Oh. How do I work my tripod? There we go. Hi, Melanie. Nice to see you. Okay. Sitting up taller is going to work your abs all day long. So stand with good posture. From a white wing governed country. Oof. That, I see why you would be so interested in our country. Absolutely. The fastest of flattening stomach. Okay, here's the deal with a flat stomach, you guys. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up first thing in the morning, you're nice and flat here? That's because your stomach is empty. So there's two things that, well, there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to flattening your stomach. So if you have tissue over top of your abs, aka fat, you would have to do cardio or some sort of metabolic activity, which just means you're gonna get your heart rate up to burn the fat. So your body's gonna use fat as a resource or as a source of, hi Jennifer, as a source of food essentially, or fuel I should say. So the first thing you have to do is incorporate some form of metabolic activity. So whether you're a fan of running or cycling, HIIT, plyo, that's what you should be doing, okay? So that's tip number 1. Hey George, how are you? My second tip is to increase your water intake. So a lot of not having a flat stomach, thanks for the share. Yeah, anybody, please share. When I wake up, I never have a flat stomach because apparently I eat my sleep. Julie Bean, you know what? I think I might be also a victim of that as well. Sleep eaters, unite. Anyways, hello, Shadow, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so increasing your water intake, because a lot of the times you might not see your abs just because you're bloated, and that can come from being dehydrated. Just pay attention. You will, when you first increase your water intake, you will probably bloat a little bit, but then your body starts to shed that as it adapts, and you should start seeing some results. I drink over 90 ounces of water a day. Okay, how many ounces is in a liter? That's what I deal with, liters and gallons. I drink 4 to 5 liters in a day. And that's just, I think that's like a gallon, right? Depending on what I'm doing. So if I'm working out, which is usually every day, you need to be replacing that water that's been lost. So you lose water just simply by breathing, and then also because you're sweating. So then my other tip for flattening your stomach is train your abs a few times a week. And Pilates, I would say a gallon. Oh, good for you. That's amazing. That's amazing, George. Good for you. Pilates helped me a lot too, because you know how you get like the lower belly pooch? It's like the hardest part to train on your abs. And that can come from a couple of things. So it will come from weak abs here, but it also comes from having a weak lower back. So if you're just focusing on doing abdominals, you're doing 100 crunches a day, you're not going to get anywhere for two reasons. A, that's not good enough, and B, you probably, if you're not eating properly as well, you're just not going to see the results. So abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym, and it's really true. So when you're training abs, don't just train abs, you have to train your core, your entire trunk. So focus on doing abs, do some stuff for your obliques, the muscles on the side, and then stuff in the back as well. How do you prevent craving bad foods? I'm well, George, thank you for asking. How are you? Okay, well, first of all, I'm not in this kind of industry to get you on a diet and make you super skinny, because I don't think that's any way to live your life. If you have a craving for something, don't feel like you can't give in. So if you have a specific goal, which is weight loss, then that's a different conversation. But I'm all for, if you're craving a little bit of something, treat yourself. There are ways you can get around it. It depends what you're craving. And the other thing you should do is pay attention to your cravings. So maybe keep a journal for a week and just, I'm craving this at this time of the day. And that's going to indicate what you're lacking in your diet. So that could be mineral related, it could be vitamin related. Finally, I can see your scope and working too much. Oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time, so it's nice to see you. But hey, I get it. We gotta work. We gotta make that money. So, but to curb cravings, if you're craving something sweet, like ice cream, have some yogurt with some berries in it. I can't strengthen my lower back because when I was little somebody jumped. Oh my gosh, someone jumped on your back? I would throat punch that person. That is horrific. Okay, do you do Pilates with me? You can barely hear me? Which one? I don't want to turn it up too much because can you hear me better now? I have a microphone right here. I just wanted some background music for you. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes if you drop your phone, Shadow, it your speaker doesn't work well. Because I find sometimes when I rewatch my scopes, they seem really quiet, but it's just because my phone is hack, essentially. So, I can speak louder though. Anywho. It depends what you're craving. So what are you craving? If you're craving sweets, make yourself froyo. Just freeze some yogurt with, blend some berries in there, freeze it, and have that on hand. Dark chocolate, like dark chocolate, not milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Having a square of that a day helps a lot of people that have sweet cravings because that will help satiate it, and it's low fat, and there's almost no sugar in dark chocolate. I think if you time what you're eating right, you don't have to worry too much about your cravings. But if you find that you're craving the same things all the time, you could be deficient in something. So just keep that in mind. I was too small to fight back, so now it's hard to strengthen my lower abdomen. What would you suggest? Okay. Zero can't have, or George can't have two. Are you diabetic, George? Well, I would suggest Pilates. You live in Winnipeg, right, Jill? Do you do Pilates with me here on Periscope? I mean, that's a good start. Yeah. I would also suggest going, maybe seeing a Pilates instructor just one-on-one, doing a private class. Hey, Joe, how are you? Doing a private class so that she can, or he, depending who you get, can really basically assess you and give you a program to fit your specific needs. Pre-diabetic, now it's back to, oh, that's awesome. Yay, hard work in fixing your diet a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. And keep doing the Pilates classes with me, of course, but definitely see if you can find somebody. Now, I can definitely give you people. Monique, who trained me, is fabulous, but I know she's pretty busy. But can you message me on Twitter, Jillybean, and I will get you some contact information for her if you don't already know it. She does a lot of Pilates stuff in St. Boniface. So and downtown, I think. Anyway, she's fabulous. I would go to her class all the time if I was closer. Yeah, so message me on Twitter, either on myvalens or at joyfullyjulie with 2 E's, and I'll get you that, okay? You got any lower back exercises for someone with a bad back? I do. I have tons of that because I teach Pilates. I actually have a bad low back as well. I have lordosis and a weak back because of it. So anything that when you're lying on your stomach and you either lift your body up like this or reach your legs, like lift your legs up, that's going to strengthen your lower back. Other things that you can do are in 4-point kneeling, doing your cat stretch where you round your back over. In 4-point kneeling, like lifting your arm forward and lifting your leg back, stuff like that, that's going to work the whole core, but also your back. But yeah, I mean, as a rule, if you're laying on your stomach and you just lift your legs up, I mean, lift them up one at a time and kind of kick them open and close like scissors, stuff like that is going to strengthen your booty as well as your lower back. And then just do Pilates with me, really. That's my suggestion. What shall I do when I cannot lose weight, even though I'm having a diet and exercises? You're welcome. Well, I guess it depends. It could be your diet. You know, what is your diet? And I don't like to use the word diet. And when I use the word diet, I mean, what are you eating? If you're on a diet, I don't think that's going to work because usually you're restricting so much that you're going to overeat or you might lose weight and then you're going to gain it back once you start eating normally again. So my best advice to you, I'm just having rice and veggies. Okay. Oh, definitely, Jill. As soon as I teach a class until 7, so give me this evening to do that for you. Please, how can we burning you sleep? I'm good, thank you. Okay, so back to the question about why your diet's not working. Like I said, are you drinking adequate amounts of water? And rice and veggies, well, that's pretty boring. You need some protein in there. So if you're not eating meat, it should be coming from tofu and nuts. Personally, what I find that works for me, because I'm always hungry, I feel like even when I'm finished a meal, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to eat next. It's insane. So I find that eating like a bird works better for me. So celery with peanut butter is a great snack. Having a slice or 2 of cheese with some almonds. Protein shake in the morning, that's great, yeah. Really, and what kind of rice are you eating like a bird means? It just means that you're kind of grazing throughout the day. So like, I have breakfast, I'm up pretty early, so by the time I'm eating, it's like 7:30 or 8. Apples and peanut butter is amazing, yes, I recently discovered that as well. Or I didn't just discover it, but realized that I actually like it. Brown rice. I have mixed feelings about brown rice. So here's the deal with brown rice, okay? Brown rice is just white rice with the casing over it still, which is what gives it the brown look. They say that brown rice is supposed to be better for you because that casing takes longer to break down. Therefore, you don't get the spike in your blood sugar. And that's pretty much the only benefit they say over white rice. White rice just doesn't have that casing on it. But what they're asking, absolutely, fire away. What they're saying now is that brown rice actually takes so long to digest that it can go rancid in your colon. So, I don't know. It's not like if you're going to eat white rice over brown rice, you're going to be worse off. We pretty much eat white rice exclusively in my house. I do have brown rice around, but my mom's vegetarian, but she's fat. Yeah, I find it could be because she's overeating or not eating properly or eating at the end of the day and then sleeping and not exercising. I mean, if you're just putting food in your body and not doing something like walking or going for a bike ride or doing a Pilates class or whatever your fitness class of choice is, you're not going to lose weight. So as long as what you're putting in and there's no output, then you're going to either stay the same or you're going to gain weight. anyways, yeah. So, what were we talking? Oh yeah, so brown rice is fine, but don't be afraid to eat white rice is what I'm saying. Hey, look who it is! We are kind of okay. We got a little bit of rain, but weirdly enough, the fire grew. But it's been the wind. It's just been feeding the fire, so. Exercise is the key to losing weight. Oh, I also enjoy Justin Bieber, I'm not gonna lie. He's Canadian, and I'm gonna support our Canadian artists. But yeah, in terms of the fire, it's it's still going. It was going north again, but then the way the wind is, it's kind of pushing it back towards us. So far, we haven't been evacuated though. What's your outlook on carb intake? Well, that's kind of a general question. Okay, so here's my spiel on this, okay? And remember, everything, like, I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a dietitian. This is just my humble opinions and what I found has worked for me, and just from my own reading of studies and articles and stuff, okay? Carb cycling and ketosis and all that, those weird words you hear people using, usually works only for a small amount of people because they have a very specific goal. So when you're trying to lean out for a competition, you're probably carb cycling, which basically means hips. Oh, well, you know what? There's lots to do for hips, but we're just more talking, so we can do a hip scope tomorrow for tomorrow's class, okay? I promise I have lots of stuff for hips. So tomorrow at this time, come back here and I will do a whole class dedicated to the hips, okay? Because I'm doing a marathon, so I've also noticed that I need the extra strengthening in the glutes and the hips. So I promise I have tons of stuff. Okay. So when it comes to carb intake, I mean, your body uses carbs as energy. You can't not be eating carbs. A very high metabolism and hypoglycemia. What healthy? Ooh, that's a good question. I'll get to it in a second. A hipster. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, tomorrow's class is going to be dedicated 100% to that, guys. No problem. Okay, so you need carbs. Okay, you can't not eat carbs, but carbs can come in the form of many things. So you get carbs from vegetables, you get carbs from things like your breads and your pastas and your grains and all, and even from dairy product. How specific are you about what kind of carbs and how much depends on your goals. So if you're just maintaining, you're pretty good to eat just about anything in terms of carbs. Should you eat white bread or brown bread? Again, it comes down to personal preference. If you don't want to be putting, that bleached, flour in your body, I mean, don't eat the white bread. But it's not going to kill you if you eat the white bread. You know what I mean? So I like to fill up on things like yams and sweet potatoes. They're a complex carb. Complex carbs are your friend, and that just means not disturb this girl. How old am I? Okay, I'm 29 years young. You guys, there it is. I never answered that question, and now you know. 29 years young. I turned 30, the dirty 30 in November. Oh, look who it is. Go Bombers. I beat you to it. Are you ready to rock? Okay, vitamin D. Hey, sorry for no entry in you. What? I'm not sure what you mean. Go Jets. Oh, thanks, George. I drank a lot of water. Yeah, it's the water. And I think, oh, Victoria, thank you. You're amazing, doll. Thanks for inviting your followers in. Oh, a voicemail. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I drink a lot of water, and I think I inherited some pretty good genes. My grandmother on my father's side, she never spent a day in the sun, but everything about her aged really nicely, so I think I got some of that. I'm 38, people think I'm 27. Yeah, I mean, taking care of yourself has its rewards past the aesthetics. Your skin looks better, you age better. It's a stress reliever, and stress and cortisol